It all started innocently enough. I posted a Snapchat story of my new backyard setup, a quick video of the patio lights I had just installed. I added a caption, "Finally done." I didn't think anything of it. It was just a quick snap for my friends. An hour later, I got a message from someone I didn't recognize. The username was unfamiliar, and we weren't friends on Snapchat. The message read, "Nice setup. The lights look cozy. Must be great in the evenings." I froze. My account was private, so how did this random person see my story? I replied, "Do I know you?" and waited. The response came immediately. "Not yet, but I know where you live." I started freaking out. I clicked on their profile, but there was no Bitmoji, no Snap score, nothing, just a blank account. I messaged back, "This isn't funny. Who are you?" But they didn't reply. Then, about 30 minutes later, I got a snap from them. It was a picture of my backyard, the exact angle I had posted earlier, but this time, the patio lights were turned off. I hadn't touched them. I called my best friend, panicking. They told me to call the police, but I hesitated. What if it was just some sick prank? I decided to go outside and check myself, grabbing a flashlight and a baseball bat. When I stepped out, everything looked normal. I shined the flashlight around, but didn't see anyone. Just as I was about to go back inside, I got another Snap notification. I opened it, and it was a video. The video showed me standing in my backyard, flashlight in hand, looking around. The caption read, "Found you." I bolted back inside and locked every door and window. I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I contacted Snapchat support and the police. They never found out who it was, and the account disappeared. To this day, I don't post anything that gives away my location. I added a guy from a party on Snapchat. His name was Ryan, and we had chatted a bit that night. He seemed chill, so when he added me the next day, I accepted. We exchanged a few snaps over the week, nothing major, but then his messages became constant. He'd snap me every hour, pictures of his coffee, his lunch, his face, with captions like, "What's up?" I was polite at first, but when I started to ignore him, he got weird. He sent me a message saying, "I see you've been opening my snaps but not replying. Why?" It was true. I had been leaving him on read, but that's not a crime. I told him I was busy, hoping he'd take the hint. Instead, he sent another snap. "I guess you don't want to be friends anymore." Over the next few days, his snaps escalated. He'd send pictures of random places with captions like, "Thinking of you." Once, he sent a photo of a park I recognized. It was the park near my house. I confronted him, telling him to back off. He apologized, but not even an hour later, I got another snap. It was a photo of my driveway. The caption read, "Let's talk." I blocked him immediately and called my neighbor to check outside. Sure enough, Ryan was sitting in his car, parked right in front of my house. My neighbor called the police, and Ryan was gone by the time they arrived. But the creepiest part, even after I blocked him, I started getting snaps from another account. The username was different, but the messages were eerily similar. I had to delete Snapchat for months just to feel safe again. I work late shifts, and one night while I was killing time on break, I got a snap from someone I didn't know. The username was something generic, like Sam1234, and the message said, "You looked tired walking in tonight." That threw me off immediately. I hadn't posted anything about work, and my profile doesn't list where I work. I replied, "Who is this?" No response. A few hours later, after my shift ended, I got another snap. It was a picture of the parking lot, empty except for my car. The caption read, "Drive safe." At this point, I was fully creeped out. I sprinted to my car, locked the doors, and drove home. I kept checking my rearview mirror, convinced someone was following me, but the roads were empty. When I got home, I checked Snapchat again. The account was gone, like it never existed. I tried to convince myself it was just a weird coincidence, but the next morning, I found something on my car windshield. It was a printed screenshot of the snap they had sent me, the photo of the parking lot. No note, no explanation, just the image. I contacted my manager and they checked the security footage. The cameras caught someone lurking in the lot that night, but their face was covered and they never approached my car. I ended up changing my number, my Snapchat username, everything, but I still feel like someone is watching me whenever I leave work late at night.